Why did basketball go to a party? Because it heard there would be a lot of shots. Now let's dive straight into the recent drama of the WNBA draft. And what a drama it was. The Indiana Fever made waves by selecting Caitlin Clark as their #1 pick. Clark, a record-breaking three-point shooter with a scoring prowess that's as impressive as a slam dunk in a mini-hoop, is set to bolster the Fever's roster. The move is akin to adding a dollop of hot sauce to an already fiery chili. The Fever are hoping this addition will end their playoff drought. Let's hope they've got their umbrellas ready. Moving over to the City of Angels, the Los Angeles Sparks sparked quite the conversation with their draft choices. They selected Cameron Brink and Ricky Jackson, a duo as dynamic as a double dribble. The Sparks are clearly not playing a game of horse with these picks. They're aiming for a full-court press to victory. Now let's talk about the Chicago Sky. They've decided to join forces with Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. It's like adding 2 more Michael Jordans to the team, just in case one wasn't enough. The Sky's certainly not the limit for this team. The Washington Mystics, not to be outdone, drafted Aaliyah Edwards, a player so good she could probably score a three-pointer blindfolded. Edwards is set to strengthen the Mystics, making them as unpredictable and enchanting as their namesake. And finally, we have the Las Vegas Aces, who made some unconventional but potentially rewarding selections. It's a gamble, but then again, they do call Vegas the city of luck, don't they? So there you have it, folks. The WNBA draft was a whirlwind of strategic picks, surprise selections, and fans reacting as though they'd just seen a half-court buzzer beater. It was a day filled with as many twists and turns as a game of Twister at a kid's birthday party. So that's the rundown on the WNBA draft. But remember, it's not about who gets picked first, it's about who makes the most shots at the party. Ever wondered why basketball players don't need time to get ready because they're always dressed to the nines? Speaking of nines, let's talk about some standout players. First off, we have Caitlin Clark, the #1 draft pick snatched up by the Indiana Fever. Her three-point shooting skills are as precise as a Swiss watch, and her scoring prowess is as potent as a double espresso shot. She's not just a player, she's a spectacle, a show that you simply can't miss. Clark is the spark that the Fever need to end their playoff drought. She's the rain dance to their dry spell, if you will. Then we have Aaliyah Boston, another gem in the Fever's roster. Boston is like a Swiss Army knife on the court, a multi-purpose tool of scoring, defense, and rebounding. Her versatility is like a buffet, offering a little something for everyone. She's not just a player, she's a one-woman army, ready to take on any challenge that comes her way. Of course, we can't forget the Los Angeles Sparks' new additions, Cameron Brink and Ricky Jackson. Brink is like a master painter. Her movements on the court are strokes of genius, while Jackson, well, she's the lightning to the Sparks' thunder. A duo that promises to bring a storm of victories to Los Angeles. Over at the Chicago Sky, Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese are joining forces. They're like a dynamic superhero duo. Cardoso, with her towering height and shot-blocking ability, she's the Sky in Chicago Sky. And Reese? She's as quick and elusive as a shadow, leaving her opponents guessing where she'll strike next. Last but not least, we have Aaliyah Edwards strengthening the Washington Mystics. Edwards is like a magician on the court, with her ability to create scoring opportunities out of thin air. She's an illusionist, making defenders disappear and points appear. These players may be dressed to the nines, but let's see if they can keep their game at a 10. Why can't basketball players go on vacation? Because they would get called for traveling, but there's no vacation for these players as the upcoming WNBA season looms. As the dust settles from the draft day, the anticipation for the upcoming WNBA season is palpable. The teams have made their moves, the rosters are set, and now it's game time. The Indiana Fever, having secured Caitlin Clark as their #1 pick, are looking to turn up the heat. Clark, with her record-breaking three-point shooting skills, is expected to bring a fever pitch to their games. It's almost like the Fever caught, well, a fever. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Sparks, with their new draft choices Cameron Brink and Ricky Jackson, are looking to light up the court. Brink, known for her towering presence, and Jackson, with her swift agility, are expected to bring a spark to the Sparks. Let's see if they can set the court ablaze. Then we have the Chicago Sky, where Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese have joined forces. With Cardoso's defensive prowess and Reese's scoring skills, they're about to make the sky fall on their opponents. And not to forget, Aaliyah Edwards, who's all set to mystify the opponents with the Washington Mystics. On the other hand, the Atlanta Dream is focusing on a dreamy future with their long-term investments in young international players. And the Las Vegas Aces, well, they're playing their cards close to their chest, making unconventional but potentially rewarding selections. But let's not count out the underdogs just yet. As we've seen time and again, basketball is a game of surprises. Remember, every Goliath has a David, and every seasoned team has a potential upset waiting in the wings. So, who knows, we might just witness a Cinderella story this season. In the end, it all comes down to who wants it more, who's ready to hustle, and who's got the game in their veins. The stage is set, the players are ready, and the ball is in their court, literally. So buckle up for the upcoming season. Remember, in basketball, there's no room for travel plans, only game plans. Scene script. Why did the Scarecrow become a basketball player? Because he was outstanding in his field. And speaking of outstanding, let's recap today's outstanding news. The WNBA draft has been a roller coaster, with the Indiana Fever scoring a slam dunk by securing Caitlin Clark as their #1 pick. She's set to bring the heat alongside Aaliyah Boston and Alyssa Smith, so the Fever might just break their playoff fever this season. The Los Angeles Sparks also had a moment of brilliance, drafting Cameron Brink and Rickea Jackson. Teams across the league have been making strategic moves, addressing specific needs and bolstering their rosters. We've got Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese joining forces at the Chicago Sky, and Aaliyah Edwards strengthening the Washington Mystics. The Atlanta Dream is playing the long game with young international players, while the Las Vegas Aces are making some unconventional but potentially rewarding selections. It's been quite a draft day, setting the stage for an exciting WNBA season. And that's the ball game, folks. Remember, whether you're a Scarecrow or a basketball player, always strive to be outstanding in your field. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.